Expo 2020, the world's largest multicultural exhibition event. Things you need to know. The World Universal Expo happens every 5 years, and this year the multi-nation participation was bound to happen in Dubai, known as the Expo 2020. It was originally expected to start from October 20, 2020, but this has now been postponed. As a result, the Expo 2020 in Dubai becomes the first expo in history to be postponed rather than being cancelled. This year the main motto is built around the future, as we embrace some huge technological inventions that will almost change the face of the world as we know it in the next decade. The Dubai Expo 2020 motto is Connecting Minds, Creating the Future. Experts and analysts have concluded that this year's expo in the posh Gulf country of the United Arab Emirates is going to be based heavily on technology and future innovations. About the event, the entire area in which the expo is to be organized covers a total area of 1,038 hectares. This huge area is located between the cities of Abu Dhabi and Dubai. Showcasing the area of the Expo 2020 reveals that there is a large central plaza named as Al Wazal that is covered by 3 large thematic districts, where the countries will have their pavilions. Each large thematic district has a certain idea, based on which the innovations and themes will be shown. These 3 thematic districts are centered around the idea of opportunity, mobility, and sustainability. It is being said that post the end of the event, which will be held for 6 months long, the entire hub will be converted and devoted to scientific research and education purposes. The Expo 2020 is expected to make a huge rise in the GDP of the UAE in general, as the government is widely optimistic about the event and the post-advancements. Expo 2020 and the coronavirus pandemic. This is the first time in the history of the Universal Expo that an edition has to be postponed rather than cancelled, as the coronavirus is raging around the planet. The organizers informed that this year's expo will be postponed by a year and will begin from the 1st of October 2021 and continue till the 31st of March 2022. Originally the event was to start from October 20, 2020 and continue till the 10th of April 2021. Interested in visiting the Expo 2020? This year's expo is based on the category of Universal Expo, and the countries will showcase their evolving talent and innovations in technology that can impact various industries. Apart from this, the visitors will also get a taste of tradition, culture, and the handicraft industry for each participating country. It is expected that around 192 countries so far have sent their nomination to participate in the World Expo 2020. Initiatives that have been taken at this year's World Expo 2020. There have been several initiatives taken from the government to make Expo 2020 a grand success. This will also encourage wider participation across the various continents. This will surely make visitors locally and from foreign countries come and visit the expo and be excited about it. Expo Live Initiative. It is the program launched by the organizers to fund this large event. Initially, the Expo 2020 has been said to start with a pocket size of $100 million United States dollars. This fund will largely go towards encouraging the countries to come and showcase their talent to the world and also inspire people across the world. The fund will largely be invested in various grants, challenges with exciting prizes to be won, and a shared knowledge hub that will encourage larger participation for people of all ages. Sustainability is one key factor to be showcased in the event. The organizers are trying to center the idea of the Expo 2020 around 3 pillars, and this includes opportunity, mobility, and sustainability. The government is trying to spotlight the sustainable issues to make the entire event a key base for sharing sustainable ideas for development in the countries as well as the global future. There have been some sustainable goals set, which are entitled to be followed on the campus. Expo School Program. The government is wanting and increased participation from the future generation, and that is the kids. This is evident from the fact that the organizers have asked the schools to encourage participation in the event. Schools have to bring in students and show them the area around them. Why is the Dubai Expo 2020 such an important event? This year's Expo 2020 is expected to be a big event as countries look to participate and the event dates draw nearer. It is expected that this year's expo is going to be a platform that is important for discussing the various pressing issues around the world, such as the environment, energy consumption, world global trade, future ideas, and innovations, encouraging easy measures in global trade. The Expo 2020 will work as a platform for the delegates from around the world to come and sit together to make the world united in dealing with the biggest concerns facing us today, and that is hunger and poverty, unemployment, terrorism, and encouraging the countries to shake hands for making the world a more peaceful place and form a multicultural unity and steer ahead in search of a joint advancement. Sustainability practices remain to be a big factor. The Expo 2020 is in a big way centered around the idea of sustainable practices to ensure a peaceful living environment. There is going to be a huge emphasis laid on renewable energy consumption and agriculture and food procurement. A multi-nation meet for peace, alliance, and united progression in the hunt for success. The World Expo 2020 is like a big conference meet from countries around the world where delegates and important figures are expected to come and sit for peace talks. It is being laid as emphasis as the world rages through some acts of violence and terror acts that are taking thousands of peaceful innocent lives regularly through such heinous acts. For this, the Expo 2020 is expected to bring in a major change and form cooperation and unities between various countries of the world and form peace treaties. Branding of nations and a platform for diplomacy. The Expo 2020 is a big platform for the countries to showcase their advancements in science and technology. There is also expected to be some form of diplomatic talks to encourage global trade and ease norms for doing business. Showcasing a window of new opportunities to the world, the Expo 2020 is a platform for showcasing the world of tomorrow. It is a venue where technological advancements and research work is going to be displayed. Some of the important areas include the showcasing of use of renewable energy in various daily uses and making it accessible to people around the world, use of electric vehicles, 5G network, and the use of AI and robots for various work. Dubai Expo 2020, will it be a success especially in the post-pandemic world? With the dawn of the coronavirus pandemic around the world, the global economy was put to a shutdown as people had no option rather than staying indoors. This is one factor that had the Expo 2020 got postponed the next year. Talking about the event, it is expected that, in the post-pandemic world, the Expo 2020 will become a more important event that will become a platform for people to get motivated for the future, especially the younger generations. The meet will be held for 6 months straight, and there are going to be various treaties, MOUs, global alliances in the trade that is expected to be signed. The event will take the center stage for fueling growth and passion and bring in ideas of hope and renewed joy in the minds of the people about a happy and sustainable futuristic world. Which are the best pavilions revealed so far in the Dubai Expo 2020? There have so far been nominations sent from 192 countries sent across the world that will be joining the meet. And so far the top news agencies have confirmed on the best pavilions that are must visit for the people. The list includes 34 that have been revealed so far, but here we will discuss the top 5 only. Spain. The Spanish pavilion has been engineered and designed by top architects using only recyclable fabric, iron pieces, and wood. It has got an underground exhibition area, built underground, and entertainment spaces in the open. UAE. The UAE pavilion is built like the wings of the falcon. It has been designed by top architects and is spread over an area of 15,000 square meters. The pavilion will showcase the rich cultural heritage of the UAE and also display the country's ambitious plans in the future for economical progress and development in the various areas of science and technology. China. The Chinese pavilion is built like a traditional Chinese lantern. It is built from eco-friendly materials and is expected to showcase the various technical and scientific developments. The entire pavilion is set to show a dazzling display of lights along the exterior surface that you simply cannot miss. Sweden. The Swedish pavilion will give you an instant feel for the long trees in the Nordic forest set in the realm of Mother Nature. It has been designed geometrically and also has dazzling lights in a display for the incomers. Belgium, this pavilion is set up in the mobility thematic district. There has been a huge emphasis given on using eco-friendly materials, and the entire power consumption is driven using renewable energy. Crazy attractions in the Expo 2020. It is a must-visit place if you like to know more about world heritage, culture, and rich tradition about some of the religions around the world apart from being a tech enthusiast. Vertical Farm. There are two big centers of attractions in the Expo 2020. One is the Vertical Farm, from where all the food production is being sourced from. There is going to be a wide spectrum of tastes, flavors, and authentic cuisines from the country. You can have a taste of the eateries if you are a food lover. Ropeless elevators. This is the first time that people will be bamboozled with the concepts of science and technology. The ropeless elevator will work using magnetic technology and move you both vertically and horizontally to showcase the Expo 2020. Things to get excited about. Post the Expo 2020 in Dubai, some things remain to be seen after the end of the Expo 2020. Here are the top 5 things that might even more important in the fast-changing post-pandemic world. UAE's vision for Economic Vision 2030. The government is hugely optimistic about the future as it tries to change the reliance of the economy from being heavily dependent on the oil industry. The government is trying to give an idea to the local companies and research firms about the various other emerging sectors like healthcare, medicine, technology, and communications, which they can take a reference from the pavilions. Making a happiness index and managing it to tackle rage, oppression, and depression. The government is launching a new index called the Happiness Index. This is to make Dubai the happiest city in the world. There have been various criteria and parameters that have been set for this. District 2020's mega launch. The District 2020 is the central area where the exhibitors will showcase only some of the chosen items from a wide area of science and technology for showcasing the world of tomorrow. This is the area that is a must visit if you are interested to see the top scientific wear techs and gadgets that will simply blow your mind. Dubai's smarter city. The entire District 2020 will be having in-house 5G network. There have been a few chief engineers and techies who have been working to implement the 5G in the Expo 2020 itself. Sustainability Pavilion. A new pavilion has been dedicated to the people to see how the changing infrastructure and technological advancement will make the world a sustainable environment to live in.